Good morning and welcome to Phantom Tradings. Okay, today this is the first video or the first of a series of videos where we will be using a test account using small or nominal funds, and then over time we will just be posting daily or weekly the results of this account as it either grows or drops. Okay, again, our main objective here is to watch your hard-earned money or earnings and funds actually go out there and produce some sort of return for you. So again, this is just a basic account mainly directed to new traders. Okay, usually my background was day trading futures or future contracts. Now I'm getting more into just basic stock and options tradings. Okay, but today it's just as a basic trading activity, and your basic trading actions or tasks would only entail buying and selling a stock or an instrument. Okay, before we go further, this video mainly is a pre-market or prior to the market opening for business to start trading. There are certain activities that and this is from my perspective as to certain activities or certain research and analytical research we should be doing on any particular instrument or stock we would be targeting. So today let's go into AMC. That will be my target stock for today. Okay, I've already invested several days ago, just testing out this particular stock, and I actually like this stock. Why? Who doesn't like movies? And that's basically the mindset or the thought process that should be going into choosing a stock. It should be more of a personal. To me, I use it as a personal activity as to, okay, why would I like this stock? Why would I invest in this particular instrument? These are the thoughts that should be going through your head prior to the market being open. All right, you should try to go into it with a strategy. Again, I'm new to this as well, so we are all going along for the ride. All right, so again, we should have a strategy prior to going into it. All right, and because of my background trading futures, I would implement certain activities and routines that I would do, and I usually did prior to the market opening, especially if I was targeting a particular stock. Okay, with that being said, let's get a few rules in play first, okay, which is very important. All right, prior to making or doing a trade. Again, a trade is a simple buy or a sell. All right, and today we will be using, and moving forward we'll mainly be using the Robinhood application, okay, to demonstrate and or conduct our activities. Okay, again, barring Robinhood and their previous scandals, this to me is still a robust, easy to use, and very user-friendly environment. Okay, so this will be a good platform to utilize to perform basic activities as buy, sell, perform options tradings. That's this right here. Okay, and we will get into that way later. That's more of an advanced trade strategy. Okay, again, we're looking to buy and sell. All right, and the great thing about this platform is twofold. It's zero commission, which means it's very beneficial to your bottom line or your profit margin. Also, you can actually buy not the entire stock itself or price point for that one stock. You can actually purchase in fractions in either dollars or shares. And with Robinhood, it automatically calculates the estimated share quantity of, say, $5. Okay, so this is very beneficial for small and medium accounts. Okay, you don't have to just throw your entire, for example, your stimmy check or your stimulus check. You don't have to throw the entire check into it. We would like to build a foundation, especially with your finances. You want to build a foundation. All right, start low, build, look at the activity, see what it's doing. This has been a couple days. This was yesterday's return. My total return is about $2 or 5.26% increase. Oh, it's pretty active, a pretty positive activity. I can take a look at the activity of that stock for a week, month, 3 months, and a year, up to 5 years. And based on what I'm looking at here, in a year, this stock basically has been performing pretty well. So it's a stock we want to take a look at. So let's dive into our pre-market activities. Okay, again, certain things we would like, we should know, basic understanding about the stock market. First of all, you should know when it's going to be open, when it's going to be closed. Okay, that's very important. All right, right now we are still in after hours or pre-market or prior to the market opening. There are trades going on as well during pre-market, but it doesn't really affect us right now because we cannot even trade or buy or sell anything during a pre-market. Reason being, for example, you have to be either a futures trader, as I used to be. Okay, I took a pause from conducting future tradings, but in futures tradings you can basically trade all day and all night once the market is open. Basically it's open 24/7 and stops on Friday, I think at 8 p.m. Okay, and then starts back at about 7 p.m. on Sunday. That's the pre-market. All right, in any case, let's move forward. The market schedule. Okay, the market opens for business where we can buy again and sell the stock at 9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, except on holidays and special days, etc. Closes at 4 p.m. Okay, keep that in mind. Also, within that schedule, the market performs a lot of activities. Okay, for example, at the beginning of the market, okay, and you will hear these type of terms coming up a lot called volatility. Okay, meaning that that particular stock is going to be volatile. Okay, it's going to move up and down and across sideways very, very rapidly. So basically the direction of the market is really unknown. Okay, so you'll be guessing if you try to just go in and try to buy or sell immediately as the market opens. You really don't know what direction you will be going in. You may suffer major losses by doing that. So you wait, let the market settle or let the dust settle. In other words, okay, around 10 o'clock, or better yet, to be more precise, 9:45 to about 10 o'clock. This is when you start to see the market itself, and this is the overall market here in a snapshot. Okay, this is just the overall market in a snapshot, going up and down, but that's not really the entire market. But this is just a snapshot on what a market is going to look like. It's going to be a snapshot of all of your stocks, okay, moving up and down. This is doing pre-market. All right, so when the market now just opens, again, you wait, let the direction of the market presents itself for that day. Okay, and a lot of factors in which we will delve into in a few seconds will affect the movement of the market. It either will jump high, which means it will go up. That's more in a bullish, which the terms being used in the market will be bullish, or bearish, which will be moving down. It's also called a dip. Okay, when terms being used as buy on the dip, it means wait till the stock drops a little bit during open, settles, and then you start to buy. And that way, you utilize your philosophy of buying low, right, to sell high. That's the main objective of investing within the stock market, correct? You know, it's to anticipate a positive return on your principal investment, correct? So, remember, wait until about 10 o'clock before you place a trade. Okay? Again, at around the same time, approximately 3:45 p.m. to 4 o'clock. It's more or less your closing time. All right? It's the closing bell hours, basically. Again, the market will be highly volatile. Okay? And during the day, there are certain news and reports that will come out, and I will show you again in a few seconds what works, okay? What dictates the market movement, all right? We will go over it again very briefly, high level, and again, just drop a comment. Let me know if you would like me to delve deeper in any particular subject. Again, I'm still somewhat of a intermediate trader, but I have more of an extensive knowledge, maybe 5 years trading futures, so I can use certain analytical tactics that I've used in the past and apply it with stocks. Okay, and I will show you a couple of my techniques again from my perspective, my point of view, and we will again be posting and just updating this account, a small account. We're going to start very small and watch the life cycle of this particular account. Again, AMC, we're going to be watching this at least approximately a week and look at the activity of the AMC stock. Again, this is a stock that I personally like, and I did some research on this. I delved deeply in it, or the terms they use is called due diligence, all right, on this stock. So let's start doing our due diligence prior to, again, the opening of the market. I'd recommend doing this around 8 to about 9 a.m. so you'll get a good sense as to the direction of the market, what your plan should be. And again, this activity should be done as well as basically choosing what stock you'll be trading in the day before or the night before. It's much better, you know, the further out you prepare or target a particular instrument or stock, the better the chances you may be to have a better return. All right, and you can anticipate the movement of that stock towards your benefit. In any case, so let's go ahead and start. So we're looking again at the AMC. So what I usually do, okay, so what I usually do in the morning prior to trading, I would go and get some information on what the stock is going to be doing, get some news. Those are the first things I will check, is news headlines. What's going on with the stock? Hey, what's going on? Is AMC going to open post-COVID, or is it still going to be shut down? Most of the cinemas or movie theaters are going to stay closed. All right? You want to know these things. Why? That is going to affect your business model, correct? Revenue, etc. All right? The health of the business. So let's go right to Google. AMC. All right, we start there. Simple. AMC movie theaters. Let's look at some news. I say, oh, okay. So the news headlines, I'm looking for something. Again, we're looking for something that's going to jump out at us. To say, oh man, should we trade this stock? Should we sell, buy, hold? Okay, these type of things, like for instance, holding, meaning purchase the stock and hold on to it. All right, or should I unload this stock quickly? Okay, so I'm looking at this. Prepare the popcorn. AMC opening more movie theaters. Now, this is a positive sign, okay, to any business. Okay, so okay, so we're looking for something that jumps out of this, okay, to see what our activities to that particular stock would be. So first, I would start with my news again. So I'm looking at, oh my goodness, movie theaters may be opening up. Oh, that's great. That's a positive sign. Again, see, our motive here and our objective here is to buy at the lowest point. Right now, again, our stock is at least $14 approximately, okay? Again, once the market opens, this may drop, go down to 13. We may be able to buy there. Again, I'm looking at certain factors of what's happening with the business and the company itself. Is it going to lose money or potentially gain money, okay? So we're looking at the updates. The stock watch right now is another short squeeze. Don't worry too much about this right now. I'll explain what that is. Just again, drop a comment and I can delve deep on what a short squeeze actually is. All right. But I'm looking at the overall macroeconomics of this particular stock and the company itself. More theaters are going to be opening up or anticipating to open up. That's great news for me. All right. Then, after that, I would go into the market itself so we can get a sense of the entire market, because the market dictates everything, of course. Okay, so if the market looks like it's going to be having a bad day, or if these are in red, we're looking at the futures. Okay, again, I mentioned futures. Again, futures, basically are contracts, more or less anticipating the movement of the particular market or that stock. All right, and I can delve deeper into what futures are, but just a brief overview. So basically what futures and the futures market does is it's an indicator or like a measurement as to what the trading day or the market's trading day may be. Okay, so if this is pointing down to the red like this, most likely the market may be anticipating a rough day. Okay, a lot of sell-offs. Okay, some of the stock's going to drop maybe sharply, or it's not going to drop too much at all, or it may rise. But when it's green, especially across the board like this, across the market, the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, if these indicators are pointing up like this, and the higher these numbers or percentage, the better the day may be forecasted. So again, it gives you a sense as to, okay, what my activities may be for the market and for that particular stock. Okay. Again, we're looking for headline news and stuff like that. All right. Yesterday, we tried to look at the stock yesterday. Okay. We do some brief overview. Look at that. It was down. So most likely, it may rebound today. And just watching and analyzing the market. Usually, when you have a big sell-off or a high sell-off like this is pretty high, especially for the Dow and the S&P, especially for NASDAQ. That's basically a high sell-off. All right, so if you have a sell-off like that or a pullback in the market, most likely the following day it may see some gains, because now stocks are low, or those particular stock prices are low. You can buy it at that low price, drive the price up, because more people buying to it most likely is going to drive the demand for that particular asset or stock, thereby giving you gains on that particular stock. So again, these can be good exercises to do prior to, again, the market opening and your trading activities. So then sometimes I will just go ahead and maybe take a look at the stock again within CNBC. Let's look up AMC right here real quick. Again, we're just going to do a macro analysis or overview of it, just to get a feel for that particular stock, all right? See, so I'm looking at the back testing, or the back charts right here from basically the previous day and to the pre-market, all right? See, so it's basically still trending a little high, okay? I'm looking at, again, any news clippings, maybe something that may jump out at us. Nothing shouting yet. Okay, I look at the brief open. This was from yesterday, right? These are all yesterday's stats. Looking at the open, the day high. I'm looking at the low and the previous close. See? After that, I'll go ahead and jump over to one of our trade stations. That's another source that I use. Again, a quick overview just to get a sense of that stock. All right, AMC. I'm going to go down, take a quick look at that chart. See, it's looking like it's pointing up, trending up. Maybe today is going to do well. I should be giving a nice look into this to see if to buy here, not at the open again, but during the course of the day, maybe at 10 o'clock, see where it's pointing, and then go ahead and buy. So I'll take a look at how the direction of the indicator is pointing. Looks like it may be going up today, it may go down, but this is looking like a healthy trend going up. So I'm taking a look here and see, okay, maybe a good upward tick or an upward trend for today. Maybe I can buy at a low end point here to see if I can make some gains. All right. So I'll look at the technicals. I'm going to look right here. It's indicating buy. Let's take a look at what the technicals are saying. All right. We can delve deeper for 1 day increments. We can say, okay, this 1 day, buy. Someone's saying these guys, and these are all, okay, people who are contributing, or companies that are contributing to the analysis of this one stock, okay? So it's just a number of people or businesses that are contributing to this type of your snapshot or analysis. Okay, so you're taking a look by, so the common census right here is saying to me that it may be a good buy. Let's take a look at a week activity here. Maybe during the week it's a buy, strong buy, strong buy. So this is a good indication here that we can buy this and maybe hold this for a little while. That's why I wanted to hold and take a look at that stock for at least a week or so, just to see the activity, the movements, see if it's going to be a good asset to build upon. Okay, and you can always build upon your position. Again, let's start from the foundation, low. Not throw all of your money in there, because you can lose it all. Again, this is a very high risk undertaking, but is a very, very great way to gain massive rewards. High risk, rewards undertaking. Just remember that. And then you can move accordingly. Okay, so after I take a quick snapshot, take a look at the indicators, moving averages, just to say, oh man, this might be a good buy for the week, and buy today. Okay. Take a look at the ideas. These are some of the guys who actually really do deep analysis of this particular stock. So I'm going to take a look at these ideas. What are they looking for? I'm looking for this right here. See when they're saying short. I'm going to sell here. Someone wants to run out. But if you look at this trend line here, let's go long. The common consensus here is a bullish look. Okay, these are the trend lines. All right, and we can explain again. Drop a comment to let me know if you want me to delve deeper into what these trend lines do. All it is just a measurement in forecasting or anticipating what the movement of that particular stock would be. Okay, it's not a sure shot because some particular news can come out. For instance, if the Fed that you hear about raise interest rates suddenly, okay, all right, it can send this free falling, all right, or depending, if it doesn't raise interest rates, it may go up. But anyway, this is just a guesstimate, for lack of a better term, a guesstimate as to what the activity of the stock should be. All right, so here you go, long. Long means buy, hold, or buy. All right, trending upwards. That's more of a bullish outlook. See, these trend lines, and all of these again are graphs, candlestick graphs. Okay, these little things are moving averages, volumes, CCI, MACD, and I can delve into those later as well as to what these signals are. Okay, so right now let's take a look at the time. Okay, here we go. All right, 8:37, Friday, March 19th. Okay, we're doing pretty okay. Again, the market doesn't open until 9:30. So that's why I try to start doing these type of quick analysis, news searches, just to see what the trend may be for this particular stock that I'm targeting. Okay, sometimes I also use Webull, whereby Webull has great charts. And I'll show you one of the charts. This is the AMC chart right here. It gives you the same chart lines, candlestick charts. Okay. All these activities right here are all pre-market activities, right? News headlines, some of them may jump out 13 hours ago. Sometimes they may not. The financials, balance sheets. Okay, these things I really admire. I really admire the Webull app. They have more analytical graphs and deep dive tools that you can utilize as well. Now let's take a look at this calendar. I think we got to pay special attention to this and get very familiar with this thing called the economic calendar. Okay, this is very important. This economic calendar basically affects the entire stock markets. Okay, for example, jobless claims. Okay, that's going to come out. That came out yesterday. All right, jobless claims. This is basically unemployment reporting. This indicates how the economy is forecasted to go. If too many people are filing for jobless claims or unemployment, all right, that means that the economy is not really growing as of yet, right? Because there's a lot of people still out. This can affect the market. These little colors, and again, drop a comment to let me know if you want me to really delve deep into what the economic calendar does, how it affects the market prior to that day. So I look at these days. So it's what, the 19th? That's today. What reports are coming out? Quadruple witching. I can explain exactly what that is. This is more or less the retirement of contracts, such as options and futures. But again, that's more advanced. We're sticking to stocks, so that doesn't bother us right now. Okay, so Friday, nothing major is coming out. Yesterday, all of these reports came out. This right here is a very important report from the FOMC, aka the Fed. These are the guys who control the interest rates. The interest rates basically dictate how much interest will be paid on a dollar or an instrument being borrowed. Okay, so if you borrow, say, $1, and the interest rate on it is 2% or whatever, you will have to owe 2% in interest when you have to pay that loan back. Okay, that's what it means in macroeconomical terms, I guess. And then the Fed chair, which is the chairman of the Fed, he makes his press conference. He says blah 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 as to how the economy is going, if he's going to raise the interest rates or not, and the announcement comes out here, and they explain it here. Pay attention to these little colors, okay? And down here, it's a market moving indicator, and I can explain more as to what that is. Merit extra attention. Now, these little colors tell you what it can do to the market. Red is very high, and that means that it can move the market either up or down depending on these results. Sometimes it's drastic, sometimes it's very minimal. Pay attention to this. I look at this every day, and I forecast for each week, all right, as to all these reports that are coming out. It affects your trades, and it affects your assets or your stocks, all right? And usually that's it. So that's it, basically, in a nutshell. I do some other technical dives, but we can get into that later. But just say you're basically short on time, like, oh man, oh my God, a jump on the day late. These are the quick overview you want to check into quickly, all right, prior to moving forward. All right, so here's the main chart for AMC that I take a look at quickly. Brief overview. Option calls for it. All right, calls and puts, but again, that's a little more advanced. Again, we're just sticking to the basics. Buy, sell. Okay, the methodology that we're going to go into is buy low, sell high. Okay, and that is it, basically. And then all I do now is just wait and just monitor the market, monitor my accounts, take a look at all the other, my other stocks that I'm in. Okay. I have some Bitcoins and Dogecoins and stuff. Those are great coins. Just a side note, again, folks feel a little differently. Different folks feel differently about cryptocurrency, but I believe cryptocurrency is going to be the future. And I was, basically I was monitoring Bitcoin when it first dropped. When it went up to 10 grand, I jumped in a little bit. Then it went up to 30 grand, and it dropped all the way back down. Now look at it. It went up over the past weekend to about $62,000 for a Bitcoin. Look at this thing. It's crazy. So I do have a little position on it right now. Easy, quick money when it's moving fast. I'm telling you, this market, or the Bitcoin or the coin market, it is totally separate from the regular stock market. Okay, so this thing goes for 24/7, 365 nonstop. So I could be making money during after hours or the pre-market hours. You see, so that's why I really invested into the Bitcoin and to the Dogecoin. The Dogecoin is a new, relatively young coin, but it's gaining a lot of steam. Okay, Elon Musk, who's the Wall Street Bet's daddy. If he tweets about it, this will go flying. Okay, we got the Mavericks owner. He is into the Dogecoin as well, so it's gaining some momentum. So you want to get in on anything on the low end. Okay, and this has been performing pretty okay. It's go up, go down, same thing. This is open, and movements are there. You can be gaining and making money, potential money, 24/7. Okay, so this is Saturday, Sunday to Monday. At night, midnight, it is still moving. So that's one unique thing about the cryptocurrency that I admired, and I wanted to get in on it just to take a look to see what it is. And plus, I'm a technical computer engineer. That's one of my daytime backgrounds as well. So We tech guys kind of like this stuff, blockchain and whatnot. But in any case, so I have a position on here as well, and I occasionally take a look at it, see how it's doing, and I build on my position. Building meaning I add more money to it. Okay, so if this pops, imagine this popping, say, in 6 months to a year, and it can happen. Just look at the game stock, right? So within a month or a year, if this pops to $10, that's a lot of money, especially if you come in on the low end. Right? But in any case, that's just a side note. But we're focusing today on AMC. All right, so all I'm going to do now is await the opening of the market at 9:30. All right, so you can get your mind correct at this point. Just meditate, relax, and then let's see. The action will start. So again, drop a comment. Let me know if you, because one of these days I'm going to decide to go live just to demonstrate some of my activities. Again, this is from my perspective. I'm just doing some techniques. Again, I have a strategy. I have my own strategy that I incorporate. And I used to have strategies for, again, futures trading. But I can utilize some of those techniques in stock trading as well. So all you do is analyze what you would like to do. Do a self-analysis as to what are you looking for. What is your financial forecast? Okay, also you have to look at your personal finances as well. Just remember that in this stock market and in this game, the rule of thumb is sticking power, and sticking power requires the sticker, which is money. In order for you to understand the market, you have to be in the market. You can't, be at the sidelines and expect to know it. All right. Yes, it's theory, but when you apply that theory, that's the key to making investments and potentially, potentially gaining and seeking financial freedom. And that's why I'm into this as well. Okay. Again, I am a computer engineer, so I make good money. But, after a while, it burns you out because it's a lot of the technical and the IT arena is very, very mental. Sometimes you want to break from that, okay? So, again, financial freedom is what we're all seeking, basically, all right? So I'll be back again. I will post the results of AMC. Also, I'll post the results of my overall investment line, okay, at the end of the day. End of the trading day, just to show you and to see how we are trending, how it's doing, how the activity has been for that particular day. And I'm thinking of making this a series where I just post periodically or every day the activity of this particular account. Again, small account, but I'll be adding to these positions. So depending on how AMC performs, I will add to my position. And again, adding position meaning buying more of the shares. Okay, so I'm building on this position. So this is a test amount, put it in there. So far it's been performing pretty well. Okay, if it continues this trend, I'm going to add considerably to that position. All right, and that's how it goes. So, yeah, this is the first video on the small account, and we're going to watch its trend and its maturity, its growth. Hopefully, that's what we're aiming for its growth over time, and see what we can do with it. Thank you again for stopping by Phantom Trades.